Today I'm gonna do Tough Love season 5, Tough Love Co-ed, sorry. Season 5, episode 4. It starts off with everybody walking into, I think it was like a bar. Steve was telling everybody that they're gonna do a date um without them seeing them. It's basically gonna be off a robotic voice. They not gonna have no contact with each other. One person gonna be in one room, the other person gonna be in another room. And so that everybody was cool with it so far. Portia, why are you there? That's really how we'll get into her. Anyway, so Christopher with the C, with the curly hair, he goes first. Christopher's such a child. I just don't get him because I think he like one of the oldest people in the house and he act like one of the youngest people in the house. So I don't get him, and we'll get back to him in a minute. Um, he's he's very defensive on his date. To me, he was very defensive. These people were asked. They were told to ask questions to everybody. That was just like really off guard. Because Steve wanted to see how would they respond to certain situations. So, the girl wasn't saying too much out of the norm of a date. Besides him being with his past relationships or whatever, and he was getting real defensive. He was telling her like if you was listening or if you would listen or something, and I was just like, I'm so over Chris. Um, Judy, her dude, well, not her dude, her date kept asking sex questions. And I was so turned off about him. I was just like, really? He was asking her if she slept with another girl. She handled herself well because she answered every question that he was throwing at her. She answered them. Chris with the K, he was a douchebag usually. He was talking about how he wouldn't date a girl with kids and all this stuff before he even found out the girl had kids, and she had I think she said she had 2 kids, and he just had his foot stuck all the way down his damn throat. Kyle did good. She was asking him questions, he was asking her questions. Their conversation was really going cool. Good job, Kyle. Paige, whatever the stripper dude, this Chippendale dude, the muscle boy. He is, I don't know. He's such a weirdo to me. Cause one minute he be so cool, and then one minute he be such an ass. He was talking about how he slept with a lot of different women and all this kind of stuff, and I'm just sitting there like, do you think your date is really going good? I don't know. Some people just, when it comes to dating, y'all just talk too damn much. Y'all give up too much information on a date when somebody asks you one simple question. You want to go all the way down the line, give up way more than what you should. I don't get it. Portia, like I said, why is she there? He asked her, I don't even know what he asked her, but I know it was a simple ass question. And he asked her a question, she go back and ask him a question, and she just got real defensive. She was talking mess to the boy, and she telling him the date is over, but I'm thinking he should have told her the date was over. Now she talking about he was being rude, but he was only doing what he was asked. Steve had to stop and go back to talk to Portia and let her know, like, I wasn't hooking you up with him as a mate. I just want to see how you would answer these questions. And even by hearing that from Steve, she still was on the defense. Like, she should have, okay, maybe she didn't know then, but then when Steve explained it to her, she should have just said, hey, okay, well, I reacted because I thought this was somebody you was hooking me up with, and I wasn't, attracted to him. I didn't want to deal with him then. But she still was defensive after Steve even explained the shit to her, and I was just like, really? Anyway, I don't remember him doing Soraya, but if he did, I'm sorry, Soraya, if he did. Anyway, after all of that, Steve he talked to the group about their actions or whatever, and tell them what they need to work on, what they don't need to work on, whatever. Then after that, they all go back to the house. Judy finds out that her grandmother passed away. I think she said she had dementia or something she had, but my condolences to Judy in her grandmother's passing. So everybody give her a group hug. She was talking about how she's gonna go home at the end of this episode. She was gonna go home to deal with her family. She didn't know if she was gonna come back because she just wanted to go assess the situation first. She didn't want to make no decisions. So that was it with that. Then after that, they all the next day they all go like in the backyard or something, and they have an auction, and all the proceeds go to the Habitat for Humanity, and so they have a little auction, and nobody, well, Portia, I think one person bid at $10 for her. I don't think she should have got that much. Kyle, I was mad that she only got $10 because she sold herself to me. She was like, I'm a Southern girl. I'm just a real down to earth girl. She wasn't trying to give you too much and say, hey, this is what I'm gonna do to you. Woo woo. That's probably why she didn't only got $10. And she got the $10 from the dude that she wanted the $10 from. Now, I was kind of pissed off that Rusty was taking too damn long to raise his hand, but hey, he raised it, he gave her, he got her, whatever. Because that's who she really wanted to go out with. Judy gets up there. I think everybody saw her booty. I don't know. But when she get up there, everybody jump up there. One dude just jumps. I don't even think he ended up finished hearing this shit that Steve said before he jumped up talking about $100. Then Darius, the dude that she went on a date with last week, he bid $100, and then it was another dude. So it was 3 guys that was willing to bid $100. So Steve asked her to choose, which I don't think that was right because she already had a date with Darius, so of course she was going to choose him. I think the person that jumped up first, or whoever was going to go bid more than $100, should have got that date with her. But hey, she liked Darius. Steve, they connecting, so I guess he was like, cool. Who else got bidded? Oh, Soraya. I liked her because she knew how to get her some damn with her. She just was like, shit, I can feed a man and he gonna want me. So hell, I can cook good. Hey. So everybody was willing to go with her. They was all bidding, putting their hands up for her, cause shit, hey, the way to a man's heart is his stomach. Only if you can cook. If you can't cook, it's gonna lead his ass to the grave. I'm just saying. What else happened after that little auction? They end up going on their dates or whatever. Judy and Darius, I don't see them together. I really don't see them together long term because she cannot get over her husband. I'm not saying that she just have to get over him completely, but if you coming on the show to start dating again and get back into that life, maybe you should have thought about that to, kind of get over him a little bit. Where you don't bring his name up every time you turn around. Then she brought up about getting a tattoo ring and he just gonna have to fit in. And I'm sitting there like, really? Like, look, this dude is working with you. He's trying to work with you. He's telling you he's willing to assist you on getting over your husband or whatever. So I don't see why she not just opening up. But like I said, I don't even think Judy should be on the show until she could deal with her husband death. I really don't. Kyle, what's his name? Steve gave her an earpiece to talk to Rusty. At first I was like side-eyed about that, but then I was like, I think Steve sees something in Kyle that he really wants, her to find a good relationship for her. That's why I think that he's so adamant about helping her get her shit together. Because usually I think Steve would have just been hard on her and put her in the hot seat all the damn time. But for him to give her an earpiece and talk her through the day, I really thought that he really liked her and want her to find the right person. Some of his stuff that he was trying to make her say, I was like, oh, she's so uncomfortable. She is so damn uncomfortable. But she got through it. Rusty was cool with it. They got along. They had a cool date, so that was good. Chris with he couldn't even remember his damn date name. Her name was Cassie. He was calling her Cassidy. He called her another something with a C. Casey, I think. And I'm sitting there like, her name is not that hard. Like, she has a really simple name that a lot of people have, so I could understand she has some Abanika, Abaquisha, I don't know, some ghetto shit, but she had a really simple name that you could. I don't. Was you drunk? Well, I don't know. Chris is such a elementary school kid that I don't get it. But yeah, he couldn't remember her name. Paj, they was they didn't seem like they was getting along cool. It seemed like, she was asking him questions about him being an adult stripper. He was saying that he's a feature. And all that kind of stuff. And how if he didn't have a girlfriend or was in a serious relationship, he wouldn't be doing this. But I'm sitting there like, I don't believe that. I just don't see, as soon as you get in a girlfriend and get in a relationship, you just saying, fuck it, I'm quit. I just don't see that with Posh. Posh like the attention from women I see. Anyway, after that, they all go back to the house. Kyle, the guys, some of the people come back to the house. Kyle and Rusty go outside. They getting along. They talking. She ain't got no earpiece in her ear, and they having a really good conversation. To me, it seemed like that conversation went better than the conversation she had with the earpiece in her ear. Cassie, she come back for Chris. He's still talking too damn much, like usual. She still look like she turned off by him. Judy and Darius go upstairs. Once again, she talking about her damn ex-husband. And he like, would you ever, get over it? Like, girl. She just want to talk about her baby daddy and grieving. And I get so tuned out about Judy. Every time she bring up her husband, widow, I don't know. I don't want to seem harsh, but it just seemed like, why are we going through this? Anyway, at the end, in group, Steve offered his condolences to Judy about her grandmother passing, saying how she gonna go home. Then he brings up Kyle because he says that he don't know who did good this week, who did bad this week, but he see improvements and he see a difference in everybody or whatever. So Kyle was first. She couldn't win because she had the earpiece in her ear. So, but they showed the feedback from Rusty. Rusty is digging her. He said they connecting. So I'm hoping they go on another date. And I just hope that they have a date where she could just really loosen up and just not be scared, not overthink things. Because it just seemed like when you guys were having the conversation in the backyard that it went so much better. And I hope you give him that, Kyle. Because I feel like if you give him that down to earth Kyle, then you guys can, Kyle, then you guys will be able to move on to some more dates. Christopher, Cassie came, and Christopher already knew it was going to be bad because he said when the girls come to the house, then they usually don't be good news. And this girl was just like, he's exhausting. Like, I was tired after I left here. Like, he's too much. And I get tired watching Chris. I really do. Portia, what was hers? Oh, Steve just was talking about, he showed everybody about how she reacted to that test date or whatever, and she still was on the defense, but she said she'll work on it. So we want to see, other than that, can y'all please edit her out the way y'all be editing Soraya's dates and Chris K dates, because we didn't get to really see their dates like we got to see everybody else's. I don't know if their dates wasn't fun or what, but shit, Portia ain't giving us nothing but attitude. Don't nobody want to see that shit. The hot seat was Judy, which, yeah, I mean, shit, if it wasn't gonna be Portia, yeah, I could see the hot seat being Judy, because Judy is always talking about her husband. I don't want to say her ex-husband because they never got divorced. So her husband, and she just don't be seeing what everybody else see when it comes to this man. She really don't. But I hope she, like Steve said, go home, do what you gotta do, come back and get your shit together, or don't come back. I mean, I ain't gonna. I'm not gonna. Hey, if she don't come back, it wouldn't make me or break me. I'm just saying. Darius, I feel like, I don't know, they ain't compatible, so it wouldn't even matter. Next week we gonna get into Chrissy with the childish Chris. He likes Soraya, and everybody know he has a crush on Soraya from the last episode when they was in that hot tub and stuff like that. So everybody know he likes her. So Steve is gonna make him make a decision between Soraya and the girl that he had come to the house. Soraya, please don't let him make this decision. because to me you're too mature for him, and I don't see. If you guys might go on a couple of dates, but I don't see that as a long term relationship because he hasn't grew up yet, and you already there, and you can't keep raising this dude. Like he still look like he needs to be raised, and Soraya don't look like she want to raise nobody. She wants a grown ass relationship. So, anyway, that was my review for Tough Love Co-Ed Season 5, Episode 4. Make sure you rate, comment, subscribe. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Keek. I do everything by the Ghetto View, THA, not THE, except my Instagram is Miss Nika, MIZZNEKA 69. Talk to me, I'll talk back. Make sure you check out Mike B801. He also does Tough Love reviews. Check out Kyle Keller. She goes on her Twitter is Miss Kyle Keller, and then Soraya is at Soraya Jones. So make sure you follow them because they will tweet you back. They will interact with you back, and they really some cool chicks. Off the camera, I mean, they cool chicks on camera, but off camera, they really cool chicks. They'll have a conversation with you. They're not no stuck up ass girls that won't talk to their fans back. So talk to them, they'll talk back. All right, peace.